God have mercy upon us. God have mercy upon us.
Ha! Probably the alien psyop is next, and they might be here already, as these are also the same people that are saying conservatives with families are weird. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Luke Radowski here of youtube.com/We Are Change, and we have a lot of absolutely wild and crazy news to get into today. As of course, financially, we are not okay, as Elon Musk has even challenged the current president of Venezuela for a physical bout that, of course, they look like they're both agreeing to. Will it happen? As there's a lot of financial calamity news happening all around the world. But don't worry, we're going to have more foreign conflicts in the Middle East that is essentially a larger powder keg right now, just waiting to pop off, as of course the news coming from that particular region, especially with what just happened in Iran, is absolutely bombastic, explosive, and something that a lot of neocons are absolutely loving. Us, as the general public, not so much. We'll be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. Atlas, ma'am, excuse me. Where, hold on. You know it's showtime. What are you doing? Huh? She's chasing squirrels. Chasing squirrels? If you subscribe, she gets a treat. Oh, you didn't subscribe? No treat for Atlas. As the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was done by I don't know who, but most likely this gentleman. If you know who this guy is, let me know so we could attribute him correctly, so you could go follow more of his satirical comedic humor, as this is needed more in our society than ever. And clearly, absurdity is becoming the new norm, and he highlighted it perfectly. So again, let me know in the comment section. We'll be looking for him. When we find him, we'll put his YouTube channel, his social media in the description, so you can go follow more of his work, as the world is going crazy, and it's probably going to get a lot crazier. As of course, today we have the U.S. Secretary of State saying that the United States has very serious concerns about the results of the latest Venezuelan election results, which of course a lot of people contest, as independent organizations or groups are finding it very difficult to verify the results of that election that of course are being contested, creating absolute chaos and civil strife inside of that country, as Nicolas Maduro's reign of power is being questioned right now by a lot of individuals that are saying that the exit polls do not match up. There's reports of military personnel literally taking ballot boxes out of the voting areas, and independent organizations are finding it very difficult to verify what actually went down. As of course, this is a recipe for disaster, and a recipe that, let's just be honest here, the American people might be following perfectly as well, especially with this upcoming presidential election happening here in the United States, which a lot of people, if they lose, won't believe the results of, regardless of what actually happens here. As of course, today, Nicolas Maduro just challenged Elon Musk to a fight after Elon Musk called the president of Venezuela a donkey and then apologized to all donkeys, and then later on saying that the donkey knows more than Maduro. This as Maduro is launching his own attacks on Elon Musk right now, saying that he is an enemy of the state that wants to invade Venezuela with, quote, his army of missiles, and wants to, quote, control the world with his satellites. As Maduro said, whoever messes with me will no longer be alive. As Maduro actually said, quote, "You want to fight? Let's have it, Elon Musk. I'm ready. I'm not afraid of you. Let's go whenever you want. Just say where," which Elon Musk actually responded to officially on Twitter by saying, quote, "I accept." And then later going on and saying, quote, he will chicken out. And of course, this is the WWE style form of geopolitics that I kind of always been waiting for and that the American public actually deserves. As of course, are you not entertained by the absolute craziness of this entire situation? As things are only going to get a lot crazier from here, especially with the upcoming American election that probably will unfold in very similar ways. This as, according to all the corporate media poll numbers, the race is very close, as people are reporting that Kamala Harris got a big uptick, and the race is almost, quote, a toss-up right now, as all the models now are predicting that somehow one of the least popular politicians on the face of this earth that accomplished very little will somehow win the Electoral College. This as the Democrats are all saying the same thing, that the conservatives are weird. Donald Trump is now saying Kamala is weird, as I think it's fair to say that that word is being absolutely overused here, as a lot of people see Kamala as a total kind of blank slate, someone that doesn't really have that much of a record to go on, which provides somewhat of a clean slate for the Democratic Party establishment, as everyone still questions if she's still going to be the nominee. As today we also found out that Joe Biden will headline the first day of the Democratic National Convention that just in a few days will be happening in Chicago. What's going to happen there? Well, who knows? As of course there are still a lot of questions about the future Democratic political party candidate that, ruling elites just conveniently change whenever they don't like. Very undemocratically, which is something that, of course, a lot of people fail to mention here, as these are the same individuals that love democracy and then kind of bend it towards their own will of the elites that call the shots here. Just like, all of modern society, which is exactly what we talk about on lookunfiltered.com, as we have a lot of very special reports ready for you as members right after this particular video. You get a lot of really cool, awesome things by being a member, and I think one of the coolest things is being able to call in to our show and participate in a live discussion that happens during it, as of course we do 2-hour live podcast shows at least 3 times a week, all here on youtube.com/wearechange. We're going to be doing another one at 6 p.m. Eastern. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we, of course, will be going to callers exclusively from members of lookunfiltered.com. So if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Sign up right now, and I will see you there right after this broadcast with a special report just for members, along with 3 master classes, a forum, a members-only t-shirt store, seed oil cards, a crap list of items that you should avoid at the supermarket. You name it. We got it. As, of course, we're also going to be doing more nature hikes with just members of lookunfiltered.com all throughout the United States, and we're going to be doing some really cool, awesome things only available for members of lookunfiltered.com, as of course your memberships help breed the culture that we're trying to, of course, spur on. There's a lot of unsolicited health advice, a lot of workout videos, stretching videos, personal self-development help, tips, tools, and tricks, all for you to become the best, strongest, most amazing version of yourself, all through lookunfiltered.com. So if you haven't signed up for yourself or your loved one, what are you doing? Sign up right now. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, and I will see you there right after this broadcast with a special message just for members. Of course, we are still not done here, as there's a lot of crazy geopolitical news unfolding right now that is absolutely concerning, as Fox News, I believe, takes the cake for the propaganda effort of the day, as they're trying to link the Trump assassination attempt to Iran once again. As they write, Trump assassination attempt, quote, Iran threat prompts questions about gunman's uncracked encryption, sort of hinting that the Iranians were involved here. As CBS News has another article detailing how Iran is trying to undercut Donald Trump campaign, and that allegedly Russia is doing the opposite, according to anonymous government officials that, of course, are so trustworthy. Yes, the information that they provide for the general public is so accurate. It's so legitimate that they're, of course, afraid to put their names behind it. So it's legitimate when it's an anonymous source that we don't know who it is. As, of course, CBS News should just say, according to unsubstantiated rumors, according to bathroom talk, according to someone taking a crap at the Pentagon next to their stall, we read the tea leaves in the toilet afterwards and found out that maybe something. Iran, bad guy. They did it. They're horrible. We should attack them, just like the neoconservative establishment state has been trying to do for an extremely long time, as, of course, Iran has been in the crosshairs of the establishment for a very long time. And if the United States is not going to attack them, it, of course, will be our proxies that we finance, that we support, that we give the weapons to. And the United States gives a lot of weapons to the world. And when they do, those weapons come with a particular cost. This as just a couple hours ago, the main Hamas chief was assassinated in Iran, as, of course, this escalates the situation geopolitically in the Middle East that much more. As, of course, the Hamas leader was in Iran, specifically in its capital, welcoming in the new political leadership of Iran, as the supreme leader of Iran, the Ayatollah, actually came out and said that Israel has provided the grounds for, quote, harsh punishment for itself with this attack on Iranian soil. This as Iran is financing a lot of the proxy groups that, of course, go and wage a war against Israel. Now, from all the latest reports that we're finding out here, it was an Israeli airstrike that took out this major Hamas leader inside of Iran, as, of course, a lot of people believe that this will only escalate the conflict here, as well as diminish any hopes of a ceasefire from potentially taking place. This, as CNN says, that the hopes of a ceasefire is, quote, dangling by a thread, and that this latest assassination has just plunged the Middle East into a fresh crisis that dented already the slim hopes of an end to the war between Israel and militant groups inside of Gaza. As, of course, these are severe escalations that, of course, only embolden the countries against each other that, of course, will be going out of their way in these tit-for-tat retaliations that are absolutely ridiculous and childish, in my own personal opinion. As everyone's saying, oh, he hit me first. Well, no, he hit me first. And I'm just sitting here being like, hey, can my tax dollars not pay for this nonsense? Can they just not be squandered away, wasted away here? For what larger purpose are we doing all of this? As some people are saying that this is the actual right approach to take here, as the guy who was assassinated was one of the most prominent leader of the Hamas terrorist organization, and they're making the argument that this is the way for them to deal directly with the threat against them. And if there was an entire land offensive, that argument would have stuck, but clearly the situation in the Middle East is getting messier. Looks like there's going to be less and less resolve, as now the Iranians are saying it is their duty to take revenge on this latest attack, as the Iranians are even accusing the United States of authorizing and participating, especially with intelligence support, with this assassination. As, of course, the battle lines are being drawn, and Israel wouldn't be as a competent military state if it wasn't for the U.S. military-industrial complex that, of course, is financing it. As, of course, the Wall Street Journal also wrote a very interesting article detailing the killing of two of Israel's enemies, puts the Middle East on the brink of a wider war, and that's exactly what we face here with, of course, other countries like Russia and China also looming in the background, supporting the state of Iran with a lot of military and trade partnerships that the Mirror has described as a, quote, axis of aggression. This as the West and the United States predominantly supports Israel, and we could see another larger proxy conflict here, of course, unfold, as it does look like now another senior member of the Iranian military was just eliminated and targeted inside of Syria, as now we all await for the retaliation to take place here. What will that retaliation mean here? As, of course, the previous one by Iran was largely kind of a symbolic gesture of them flying a bunch of drones that didn't land anywhere, that the United States conveniently helped Israel take down, that the Iranians literally put up in the air for them to shoot down. as of course the Iranians were trying to save face here, as now the Qatari government is warning of chaos in the Middle East here. As just yesterday, we had major IDF strikes inside of Beirut, Lebanon. And these targeted assassination attempts, some people criticize, some people are saying are the right kind of strategic move to make here. And in my opinion, any kind of escalation, especially in a powder keg-like situation of the Middle East, isn't a smart move in my personal opinion, as this could be the start of a larger international brewing conflict that, of course, could unfold, that could grow, that could expand, and could become absolutely ridiculous to deal with. And I think we have enough on our plate in 2024. I just think, maybe we had it, we just take a break. You just take it easy. Just relax. Just stop the nonsense. Stop taking my money from me and using it for this ridiculous purpose. If you agree, share this video with your friends and family members and subscribe. Oh, you subscribed? Okay. That means Atlas gets a treat. Again, you don't subscribe, Atlas gets no treats. Just the way the world works. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys subscribing, sharing this video. The world's ridiculous. It's going to get more ridiculous. Get ready. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing all this. We got a live podcast later on today, 6 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned for that and a lot more, all here on youtube.com/wearechange. Love you guys.